Good evening, everybody. I'm James J. in the booth with Aaron Holroyd. We are racing on a Tuesday night, the Midwest Motorsports Series. That means it's time for the GT4 Road Series to start its brand new season. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Aaron, how you doing tonight? What do you expect to see as we start the season off?
I expect to see some fireworks off this season. It's a fresh start. Everyone's here ready to race, get new points. We've got plenty of new drivers in the field tonight, 43 by my count. So we have a big mix of drivers between the pros and AMs, almost evenly distributed throughout of it. So I'm expecting lots of fun here and a lot of correcting of names from my understanding. There's a lot of new names in here, so it'll be fun to do.
That's right. Thanks, everybody, for bearing with us as we're getting to learn everybody's name. As always, you can go to midwest-motorsports.com and sign up or scan the QR code. It'll take you right to our link tree that has all our socials. You can follow along. Once again, thanks for joining us. If you're watching the Twitch stream, we're also following along, so don't forget to follow while you're here and chat us up a little bit. Tell us who you're watching and what you expect to see. But yeah, we're at Silverstone International Circuit, so the shorter 8 corners this time. It's about 2.63 miles. I'm sorry, 1.64 miles, 2.63K. And we're rolling off, going to get this race started. You can see the shorter circuit here. Brian Coxon has put it on the pole. Laptop Racers Unite. Josh Bloom in the AMG second. Michael Odell and Mr. N are going to start off third. Sorry, Nick Shepard, we got your name. We'll get that right. But here we go, finishing the lap. We're going to start green. Brian Coxon's going to bring us to the stripe. One more corner. 43 GT4 cars are on the way. And Brian Coxon gets it started. We expect to see a clean first lap. All 4X incidents will be reviewed, so let's get this race underway. A lot of give and take. Somebody's off up there. We'll follow up with them after this lap. But Brian Coxon and Nicholas Shepard get a good start. And here we go into the international crossover. Little off-camber downhill, and then back onto the back straight. This lap is going to go by quick. Can Nick Shepard put a move on Brian Coxon? We're going to race for 60 minutes. I expect to see one pit stop. People may take tires, they may not. Nick Shepard's looking racy on the first lap. Brian Coxon sees him, does a crossover, going too wide. The 3 corners, can Brian Coxon cross him over for the second part of this final lap? The corner, he's got the speed, but Nicholas Shepard is going to take the first spot on the first lap. But Brian Coxon wants it back. That lets Michael Odell in third catch back up to him now. And he is right on him. Michael Odell right on the bumper of Brian Coxon. And Josh Bloom not letting him get away either. And Jason Phillips, that's a new look for Jason Phillips in the AMG Mercedes. Everybody's real close up front. And we are underway. Our new season of GT4's Midwest Motorsports style. Nick Shepard is showing the way. Michael Odell and Josh Bloom going too wide down into this final section here. This group of 3 or 4 corners and give the position. No, Josh Bloom backs off. Michael Odell holds on to third for now. Here we are looking at the under the back wing of our leader. And that was one heck of a first lap.
Yeah, there was a lot of action. Shepard not looking to waste any time, wanting to put himself in the front. I mean, we see a guy in the back car spinning out with the cars blink at the moment, but Shepard's been one of the guys with a pretty high I rating here, and he wants to make sure the rest of the field knows that he's here to take business and win some races. So, I mean, he's going to have to make the pass. They're going to be doing it quick and hold him off, and Coxon's going to look to try and get that spot back from the starting position.
Yeah, Brian Coxon's not going to let him get away. But you're right about Nicholas Shepard. He's definitely... This is not his first few laps around here. Looks very comfortable in the car. And hopefully we're going to see some more of this. Michael Odell was an AM last year. Here we are watching a replay of Steve Hansel in the 24. Oh, he gets just right inside and send somebody off. That was... Oh, it was Steve that got sent off. Oh, tough break for Steve in his first lap. I'm sure that will be an incident review. And as we see on the replay, some guys that started from pit lane, including, I believe that looks like Max Bauer. I could be wrong. Might have been Shea McNeely. Here we are in another replay. Watching Brian Coxon. And sorry about the picture breakup. We'll keep working at it. I think the number of cars on the short track that's overloaded our broadcast PC. So we'll do the best we can to bring it to you on these growing pains. We're learning, testing the limits. Justin Glickner, good to see you out here. I can tell you Nick Shepard is stretched out to about just over a second lead. Josh Bloom, less than a second behind. And then Jason Phillips, P3. Ishmael Ublal is P4.
Looks like something might have happened to Coxon. He's dropped down to P7 in the pro class. Not sure what happened during the little breakup, but he's fallen back a mighty bit of ways.
I think that's what Adam Sondak down in the truck was trying to show us. Sorry, the replays are screwing with us too.
Bear with us, guys. We're working on it and trying to figure out how we can get the settings right. We may have too many cars that we can see on track, so we're going to see if we can turn the amount of cars we see during the entire world down and see if we can fix this.
No problem. If we go dark, don't stress. We'll be coming right back to you. I think we're going to do a Control-Alt-Delete with the broadcast computer, and we'll be right back. All right, this is James J. I think we're back, but the blinking still persists, but we are not going to give up on you guys. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us, but no change up front. Nick Shepard has stretched out to a 2.5 second lead over Michael Odell. So congratulations to him. Tough break. Oh, now as it resets, looks like Michael Odell is caught up to Nick Shepard. Here we go. There's the race. We're riding with Ublal in the yellow AMG. He seems to be okay. And Max Bauer's got a new paint in the 39 right behind. Good looking paint job for Max Bauer. Welcome back to GT4 Series Action. Max, last season's champion. And he is hunting down the AMG of Ismael Ublal from Argentina as Midwest Motorsports goes international. Thank you, Ishmael, for joining us. Welcome to Midwest Motorsports. You've got the champion on your rear bumper. Max Bauer hooks out. He's got the outside line as Ublal defends this right-hander. On the ground, Ublal on the inside, and Travis Rowe right behind. Oh, as Max Bauer and Ublal go around, Max Bauer can't disappear. I think Ublal tried to defend, but maybe didn't realize Max Bauer was there. Tough break for Ismael Ublal. He will be back. And now Brian Coxon tries to take advantage. And Travis Rowe as well goes around the outside. They go too wide. Nope, Ublal did not go around. I thought I saw somebody going around.
I saw the same thing you did, but it might have just been some of the stuttering problems we're having at the moment.
Yeah, it could be because they're still lighting them up in the back. I think we have tested the limits of our broadcast.
Ublal gone back now.
There you go. That time we're watching a replay. This time Ublal got it wrong. It's right at the crossover. The international circuit rejoins. Oh, it looks like he and Brian Coxon got together. Here we go. Brian Coxon in the blue McLaren inside. Oh, lock up. Oh, no, he got nailed. Somebody from the back hit him. That's still blinking. There he is. Is that Josh Daniels? Oh, yeah, he got nailed. Ublal definitely went wide. Saw him coming. Tried to avoid it. Who was that, I wonder? It may have been Sam Hubbard.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, sorry, I can't really tell from here. We keep racing.
I assure you, the starting problem is only for us who are watching right now. These guys on track do not have a starting problem, so it's hard for us to call what we're seeing because we can't see everything correctly, but we'll do our best, and just rest assured these guys are not seeing what we're seeing. They have a nice clear track and everybody sees everybody. Yeah. So it's if something happens, it's because they get too close to each other racing hard. They're already starting to mix in with lapping cars, so it's going to get more interesting as time goes by.
Yeah, on this short Silverstone circuit, there they are. You can see now the leaders going through lap traffic. And I see at T10 Bravo that Michael Odell is listed right now as an amateur, but he's definitely in the pro division. He got the upgrade last season after doing such a great job in the amateur division that Michael Odell is actually a pro. So we'll have that updated for the next race. But yeah, no question who the leader is. Nicholas Shepard got about almost a 6-second lead on Michael Odell last time we looked. And Josh Bloom right behind Michael Odell. We're riding with Max Bauer on Brian Coxon. Max Bauer in the purple Aston Martin with Brian Coxon and another lap car up in front. It's like a Napa. That might be Kevin Muir.
That would be John Aston that has let these guys go.
John Aston. Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it. Look at that. Adam has updated Michael Odell's color designation, so he's representing the pro ranks again. This crossover section here, Silverstone is world famous circuit. It's really cool to see the shorter version being used today. As we come around to finish one more lap, we're watching the closest battle on the track. Max Bauer and Brian Coxon. These two battled it out last year. They know each other very well. They trust each other. They're used to battling it out for first and second place. Right now, they're 5th and 6th overall. Rule change for this year is that the pros and the AMs are racing each other for position. The point schedule is a little bit different, but the pros and the AMs will get their position where they finish in the race. So it definitely encourages wheel-to-wheel racing, regardless of who it is. And Max Bauer giving Brian Coxon a bump draft as they go down the hangar straight into Stowe, the right-hander. And Max Bauer gets the position. What a move. That was a horsepower move there. Just gets a better run through that crossover section. Now has to defend. Brian Coxon's not going to let him go without a fight. And they head out of the club section onto the pit straight to start another lap. Sliding it in to turn one, Abby, I believe. So they head toward Village, and then the crossover. They go straight instead of turning a hard left. There you go. Down and pick up the chapel, which is the end of the Maggots Beckett's section, and back onto the hangar straight that we know so well. The DRS zone in Formula One. That gives you an idea. It's like Josh Bloom and Jason Phillips are having a cracker with Michael Odell. That's a battle for second, third, and fourth, just ahead of these guys. Max Bauer's pulling away from Brian Coxon here. They're blinking hard. We can try to ride with them, but this is a three-way battle here. Michael Odell's Aston Martin, it's got the flat black with the chrome gold. That paint looks good. Josh Bloom in the AMG right behind him. And just behind him in the AMG is Jason Phillips. That's a manufacturer change for Michael Odell and Jason Phillips. Go to the crossover. This is where you got to get the good run down the hangar straight. So that's why it's been the best overtaking possibility so far. It's because you really have to get a good run through that crossover loop. Every RPM you carry through that crossover section, it's off camber, it's downhill. It's not used very often, so the tarmac is not going to provide as traction as much. All right, we figured it out. Looks like we're blinking a lot less, and it could be the track map, so you're going to have to rely on me and Aaron to talk you through the racing and rely on us instead of the track map. But too many M&Ms running around in circles. My picture's a lot clearer. How about you, Aaron?
Oh, it's looking way better now. I will definitely take. We know the track. It's a pretty quick track. It's lap times are averaging between 1:07 and 1:10 for the silver guys, but they only have 8 turns, so luckily for us, this isn't no Nordschleife.
Right. 79, we see you there, buddy. Thank you. That was Robert Odell. Appreciate you pulling over and let your brother go. Welcome to Midwest Motorsports, Robert. We're glad you're here. Michael Odell's brother. All right, so now the picture's much more clear. We can see everybody's paint better. All right, Nick Shepard has pulled away after Brian Coxon spun out earlier. He's now almost 7 seconds ahead of Michael Odell in this three-way battle for second. Yeah, let's go in cockpit. Here we are with Brian Coxon in the Mario helmet. Check him out. There's Jason Phillips. In the AMG for a change. 5th gear. This is that Stowe corner. This is where the passing has happened so far, if not in the crossover loop. Coming out of club and onto the start-finish line. We're racing. Another lapper pulls over. Thank you, sir. As this three-way battle for second carries on. And we are just approaching 20 minutes out of 60. So not quite a third of the way through. Oh, as he pushes, Josh Bloom pushes Michael Odell. That was at Village before the loop here, and that moves Michael Odell out of the way. NASCAR style, chrome horn. Josh Bloom hands it out.
Yeah, problems for the defending champ too. Max Bauer is down in P12 for the pro class, so he had an issue just behind these guys. Not sure what came with that.
Sure did.
Might be a little hard to get the replays on those. I know we're trying not to work too hard with the inputs right now, so trying to keep the racing action live and see if we can test some things here and there when we get a chance.
Yeah, that's really strange. You don't see Max Bauer make many mistakes, but this time something happened. As here he is coming up on Dustin Reinstedel. Dustin Reinstedel also with the manufacturer change, going to the AMG in that black and red paint. Yeah, Max Bauer looks like he has damage on the right rear.
He might have had some help going into an accident.
Yeah. I remember the fun race kind of cleared himself, so maybe he's having some visibility problems. Here's Justin Thaler in the 00. We can actually watch him and not the pace car now. So kudos to our broadcast team for getting that together. Justin Thaler is one of the founding brothers of Midwest Motorsports. He's in the 00, the gray Porsche with yellow wheels. And just ahead of him is Stark. Also in the Porsche. We got a Porsche train here. Side by side. And there's Ublal coming back, so he's making a recovery drive. Sam Hubbard and Ublal, they may have been the ones that got it wrong in this corner a few laps ago. Sam Hubbard is your AM division winner from last year. So he's moved up into the pros and holding his own very well. Here's Justin Thaler. And David Stark. David Stark in the New Balance white and green, white and blue Porsche. Justin Thaler right behind them. You got Ublau and Sam Hubbard right behind them. Where's Justin Thaler going to make the move? Justin Thaler's got the Midwest Motorsports checkered flag on his side door. Go through Village one more time into the crossover loop.
Nice look at David Stark's New Balance car. Rocking it for all the dads out there, the New Balance fitness shoes.
There you go.
He's supporting Midwest Motorsports. Hopefully he doesn't have to take care of lawn duties this week. Tends to be the favorites of all dads out there with the New Balance and lawn duty care.
That's right. No shame.
You ever seen that picture of the guy who's got like 10 pairs of New Balance shoes in order from dirtiest to newest?
No, that's funny.
Yeah, he's got like 10 pairs of shoes, and they go from order from the dirtiest dirt, like the mud ones, all the way up to the cleanest ones for his going out for a fancy night dinner.
Going out for a fancy dinner.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I wonder which ones are David Stark's racing New Balance shoes.
Well, I think if he's starting out for the first season with us, he's going to have a nice new pair of white ones. And given where he's at in the standings right now, he seems to be doing pretty good.
There's John Daniels getting under attack from Albert Williams. Albert Williams in the 22. Making his way over from the oval. That's not Albert right behind him.
No, that's Travis Rowe.
Yep.
One of our new pro drivers joining us in the Porsche. Nice mix up of cars. I see we got 2 BMWs this season.
Right on.
Lots of Aston Martins and lots of Mercedes-Benz. This is Max Bauer.
Here's Max. This is what happened.
This is the accent. So yeah, that's him and that. I'm not sure who that is. That was Rice, but that's not his paint scheme. It's a 60. I mean, Ian Bakaitis.
This is a replay. As we got Bakaitis going to get a dive bomb? Nope. They're just going at it. Good hard racing. Is John Daniels just working there? AM leader. Back up with David Stark. Should start to see some pit stops anytime soon. David Stark is pulled away from Justin Thaler just a little bit.
Yeah, we're at the 26-minute mark of the race right now. These guys running about a minute, 7 seconds a lap, so 60 minutes. That's going to give you somewhere between 53 to 56 laps, give or take a lap or two. So these guys are going to be putting plenty of time on this track. I know I've done this in the officials, and the 20-minute races go pretty quick. You got lots of time on this track, and these guys are doing a whole hour, so they're getting very familiar. And we'll see how the brake bias and all the adjustments go, if they need to take tires or not. Front tires will probably be the take for most of these drivers.
Mostly right-hand turns. Could we see some left side only tire strategies? We'll see how it plays out. The lap goes by quick, but John Daniels definitely holding his own in the AM division, putting it right up there in 7th place overall. So good run for John Daniels. As we see Travis Rowe again. John Daniels in the pits. All right, John Daniels, the first one to make the move. Fastest lap of the race so far is Michael Odell, 107.8, 107.6, I should say. Here we are with Sam Hubbard in the 65, Texaco AMG Mercedes. Working hard on David Stark up ahead. As Ublal and Justin Thaler behind. Thank you. Oh, Justin Thaler goes around. He was working on a lap car ahead. Tough break for Justin Thaler. I hate it for him. I know he had some help. There's Ublal, but there was a blue McLaren just up ahead. As the camera switches over, there's the blue McLaren. Justin Thaler in the gray Porsche with yellow wheels has to lift, and Ublal was trying to get a good run on Stowe and no choice. Tough break. Justin Thaler trying not to run over the guy in front, gets run over, but Ublal was focused on the bumper, not 2 cars ahead. I hate it for Justin. Not much he could have done there.
Yeah, that's the 42 Gerard Rupert.
Oh. Trying to get out of the way.
Unfortunately, I think he was trying to go on the main line because that turn especially is where you see the crossover, and in this track setup, you're allowed to run over that marker on the designated marker on the ground, but he may not have known that. Try to keep it on track and not gone wider.
Good point. It's actually part of the racing surface and not a off track.
I tell you what, who's showing up though? Josh Bloom's in second place. He's had himself a good run tonight.
Yeah, once he put the chrome horn to Michael Odell, who has not gone away too far. But there's Josh Bloom, and he's holding his own. He's losing a little bit of ground to Nicholas Shepard, but yeah, shout out Josh Bloom. Let's see, he's going to run his tank dry and then come in at the last minute.
His best lap's actually faster than Shepard's was, but his last lap was over a second slower, so he may have put those tires to all of its full use. There's Mike Odell.
Yeah, and Jason Phillips.
I know he came to me with a request for his new car, so I went ahead and hooked him up and gave him a new paint scheme. I'm sure with his brother in the league, we might go be seeing 2 of the same cars out there, maybe with a slight designation for difference to show a little bit of difference in the cars, but we'll leave that up to them. They know I'm always here and happy to help people as much as I can. It's like I told you before, it's my therapy to paint cars.
Right on. Who needs trading paints when you got Aaron Holroyd?
That's right.
On the job. That couple of corners, that section, Jason Phillips tended to pull away. Maybe this is where the Aston Martin gets the advantage, the gear ratio advantage, or retraction or grip, as the 22 Ian Bakaitis comes in for his pit stop. Michael Odell still on the bumper of Jason Phillips. Other than just a couple of wrecks, well, there have been a couple, but not as many as I was expecting. So shout out to all these GT4 drivers for having clean racing so far. There have been a couple of accidents, but I don't think anything was more than racing. Oh, and I say that, go by. The leaders go by. Nicholas Shepard gets by.
I I wonder if Shepard and Blau know each other because they've got very similar paint schemes with just one color differentiating the different cars. Same sponsors, same car, black and yellow and black and pink.
Try to keep us confused. We need one of the professional spotter guides made up that would definitely help us. Help everybody. But we got Jason Phillips in the pit lane. Nicholas Shepard continues to stay out. This is the money stop for Jason Phillips. Third place. Got a couple of cars still in the pits also, getting service, as Sam Hubbard still working his way around David Stark. Looking left, looking right now. As they come up on Kevin Mayer, I see Kevin Mayer in the blue Porsche up ahead. That's a new paint scheme for him. Looks pretty good. Sam Hubbard in the Texaco AMG. Mercedes in the crossover loop. Kevin Mayer is trying to get out of the way. Now Nick Shepard, their leader, comes in. Josh Bloom is in. Michael Odell. Everybody's coming into the pits now. We'll see where they come out. Josh Bloom comes back in. Josh Bloom comes in. We'll see where Jason Phillips comes out. So Nick Shepard takes back the lead. David Stark holds on to second for now. Waiting on Brian Coxon and Josh Bloom and Jason Phillips. There's David Stark. He's still waiting for his pit, I believe. Max Bauer. There's Shepard coming out of the pits. He had about a 9-second lead. This is Max Brandval. Yeah, so Josh Bloom comes out ahead of Nicholas Shepard as he goes around Oblal. Oblal dips into the pits. Bloom stays out, but he is in front of Nick Shepard by only 3 seconds. So that's about 11 seconds faster. So Bloom must not have taken any tires, took fuel only. It's my guess. And maybe Nick Shepard took 4. I'm not sure. Let me look at pit time. Nick Shepard, 38 seconds. Jason Phillips, and 29. Josh Bloom, 26. So 12-second faster pit stop. Says a lot about Josh Bloom taking a chance. Can he hold off 4 seconds to Nick Shepard?
It looks like he might only just took fuel there.
So strategy play for Josh Bloom. You were right, Aaron. Somebody to keep his eye on. Let's not take our eye off of that one. Once again, thanks to everybody for joining us on the Twitch stream. We appreciate you. Go ahead and give us a follow while you're here as we see Jason Phillips going around David Stark. Oops. Stark was in the pits. Jason Phillips working around the lapper. Here we are with John Daniels, your AM leader, with Brian Coxon in the Pro Division right behind. And this is for 6th and 7th overall. Points are on the table this season. Every position means more points.
John Daniels having himself a good run tonight too. Second place in the amateurs right now. Only second place to Albert Williams, who's in the pits. So, given the time distance, I think we're coming past the pits right now. Just going to give John Daniels an amateur lead. The 81 in the road, passing the 81 in the oval series. 22 in the road this season. Nice to see Albert out here.
Yeah, I didn't make that connection. You're right.
Yeah,
Albert Williams is one of the top guys on the oval series, all 3 oval series, and he's dipping his toes, getting more time in his sim rig.
Rocking the snap-on tools to bring it over here as well.
Nice. Don't look now. He's got Brian Coxon on his tail and Max Brandval right behind him. Again, every car is 4 points. Every pass is for position, regardless of pro or am.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. I was kind of confused on that. So, well, yeah, I mean, the higher up you finish overall, the more points you can put on the rest of your competition. So John Daniels right now being 5th overall, he's going to get a substantial lead over Albert Williams, who is 2nd in the class, but sitting 12th overall
14th,
right now.
Yeah, right.
So that's going to be a huge gain of difference in points. That's a couple hundred points right there off the bat. So John Daniels mixing up here at the pros, going to send himself a nice, comfortable lead coming out of the first season, given if everything goes well with here, Brian Coxon pushing him pretty hard.
Yeah, and that's Max Brandval right behind him. So let's see, Brian Coxon can only be patient so long. Does John Daniels belong in the pro? Well, for the rest of the season, he's in the AMs. So here's Brian Coxon popping out. He has to. He's got to go if he's going to keep Max Brandval behind him. Brandval goes on the outside. He's going to now be on the inside for the next section, going through the club section. So the Aston Martin, Max Brandval, now has to be the one. And Brian Coxon crosses over and parks it on the apex. Brandval has to go, but gives the bump to Brian Coxon. And that allows David Stark to come back up. Nope. He's 7 seconds back, so that's a lapper behind Brandval. But Brian Coxon, very attentive there to work the crossover and hold his brakes. Not run into John Daniels, but at the same time defend against Max Brandval. But at a certain point, Brian Coxon's got to go. I do believe John Daniels is holding up Brian Coxon a little bit, but John Daniels is under no obligation to just pull over and let him go. Is he going to pop out again? Last time it cost him a huge attack from Max Brandval. This time Brian Coxon, is he going to pop out as they go down the hill at Vale? Daniels goes defensive. Brian Coxon not quite there. He's going to have to cross over the club. Oh, it's so hard. It's just your tires are screaming, the left side tires, by the time they get to this corner. And now he's going to pop out as they head into Abbey and Farm.
You were right earlier. That is Max Brandval just behind him, and behind them is Niles Kula, who is the first car lapped out right now in the amateur class. So Max Brandval, this is a 3-car battle for 5th place overall.
John Daniels holding his own. I think he's got a little red chrome in there. Maybe it's just a high gloss. Got the red wheels as well. Branval definitely looking very racy in that Aston Martin behind Brian Coxon's McLaren. This time, Brian Coxon just follows Daniels through. Where are we going to make a pass? John Daniels actually pulls away about a second or so. Here's Max Branval riding on the bumper. Great view. You can see the Porsche going over the bumps as they do the crossover loop. Back up front with Josh Bloom. He's actually pulled away from Nicholas Shepard. But now Nicholas Shepard, his tires should be warmed up by now, and Bloom, his tires will continue to deteriorate. So we'll see if Nick Shepard can catch back up those 4 or 5 seconds that he's lost by taking tires. What a call for Josh Bloom.
Yeah, I got 15 minutes to go, and last lap, Bloom was still half a second faster than Shepard, so Bloom might be giving us an upset here in the first race of the season.
It's all working out just how Josh Bloom drew it up, just like he practiced all week long. That's the difference, first to second. Once again, shout out to Adam Sondag down in the trailer, working the cameras and the overlays.
I see another familiar car, Nicholas Calgary back there, and then running the Red Bull schemes that painted for him as well.
There's Brian Coxon dipping inside John Daniels this time. Can he hold it? John Daniels is not going to just pull over. Brian Coxon is going to force him tight. He's going to force Max Branval. John Daniels is there, and he takes it back. John Daniels fighting hard and clean. Brian Coxon definitely keeping it clean too. And shout out to Max Branval, who could have made a couple of dive bomb moves, but decided not to. Here they go side by side into turn one. Is this where Branval's? Oh, this is where Brian Coxon has finally completed the pass on Daniels. Or has he? Daniels comes back in Village. What a move. Not giving up, no holds barred. John Daniels uses all the exit. Now we're going to go 3 wide down Hanger Straight. Surely not. What a race. This is Midwest Motorsports GT4. John Daniels on the outside, Brian Coxon in the middle, Max Branval inside at Stone. And they both get around John Daniels, but we got Club coming up through the downhill section of Vale. John Daniels still has the ideal line on the inside. Brian Coxon's going to have to leave space. Can he stay too wide through Club? Yes, he can. And on to the final left-hander before the start-finish line. Sorry about the picture breakup. We're doing the best we can. Brian Coxon in the McLaren takes over 5th overall. And now Max Branval. That was a move from Brian Coxon that took 10 laps. What a race.
Guys made me nervous going 3 wide. And now we see Branval. He's going to take the inside of John Daniels now. Trying to keep up with Max Brian Coxon. Not able to complete it.
And John Daniels still fighting hard, yeah.
Niles Kula is still hanging with these guys. It's surprising with him. He's still running similar lap times with them. Gone a lap down. He might have had some problems early in the race. But he's been the 4th car just sitting on the outside waiting for all these guys to mix the action up.
Good race for John Daniels. He's going to go home happy about this one no matter what. Like you said, Aaron, good call pointing out the difference in the number of points for position. Seven or 8 point position is about, over 150 points. So John Daniels, even if Max Brandval does get around, here we are. Sam Hubbard has got around Max Bauer. So let's see what those guys. This is 9th and 10th overall. They both spent about the same time in the pits. So I don't think there's a tire advantage or disadvantage for either one. Max Bauer in the purple Aston Martin, Sam Hubbard in the Texaco Abilene Mercedes. Oh, Sam Hubbard spins it, putting the power down. Not sure if he got up on the sausage curb, but tough break for Sam Hubbard. Working really hard. Stay in front of Max. Watch the Texaco car. Is he just on power? Yep, gets on that sausage curb and upsets the car. And up go the rear wheels and around he goes. Great camera shots here. Looking back at Max Bauer, Sam Hubbard just, doesn't want to see Max Bauer get around. Christopher Hopper gets around. Albert Williams gets back. But ironically, Sam Hubbard does not lose any positions on track. But it definitely damages ego. But only loses that one position. Sam Hubbard still +5 from his qualifying spot. So not a bad race, really, for Sam Hubbard. He's probably beating himself. Oh, no, he comes into the pits. I'm not sure if he has damage or he wants new tires. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but it looks like Nick Shepard has dropped from the race. All right, that's a shocker. Josh Bloom can breathe easy. Tough break for Nicholas Shepard. I hope he comes back next week. He was having a dominating race till the pit stop, and Josh Bloom pulled a strategy on him. Nick Shepard was still there, but unfortunately, Nick Shepard has decided to pull the plug. Not sure if he got into it with the lapper or a bad run, but maybe his engine blew up or over revved. Maybe he's got a hot date. Maybe the dog tripped over the plug and disconnected him. Unplugged his PC by accident. Stepped on the power strip. Switch. But hopefully Nick Shepard will be back next week. Here we are riding with Ublal and Justin Thaler.
There's another car with the same paint scheme. There's Frey in the 11. He's got the same box 5 paint scheme, so might be seeing a couple guys here that know each other very well and decided to run the same schemes. Coming up to 7 minutes to go now. Ublal sitting in 9th place. overall. Just in front of him is Justin Taylor. Justin having himself a good race tonight as well.
Logan Frey.
Logan Frey, got it.
And Ismail Ublal and Justin Taylor here. Ublal's been looking at the back. Oh, we got Spinner up ahead. Justin Taylor once again comes out of the loop at just the wrong time for somebody in front. Has to play defense going into Stowe.
Yeah, that was Shup.
And Ubal gets the bumper. Looking aggressive with 6 minutes to go. Justin Taylor tries to play defense for a second. He leaves space on the inside. Now he has the inside line around the club section. A little bit tighter apex. Ublal's going to carry a little more RPM onto the front straight, but not enough to catch back up. Here we are back with Logan Frey and Jesse Coffey. Jesse Coffey in the BMW. All right, don't forget, you can scan the QR code or go to midwest-motorsports.com. It'll take you to everything, our website, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitch stream. Scan the QR code to get you to our link tree and decide if you want to join our GT4 action or one of our oval series. Friday we do the trucks, Saturday Xfinity, Sunday's the Cup. Check out the rules for your iRating regulations. Any other rules you want to check out? Fixed setups all across the board. A lot of fun, high car counts, and great sportsmanship, great friendly racing as Logan Frey and Jesse Coffey go around. A lap car back on one more time, midwest-motorsports.com, or scan the QR code today. Don't look now. Albert Williams wants to join in on this. As Albert Williams moves up a spot. There he is in the snap-on AMG Mercedes. Shout out to Albert Williams from Snellville, Georgia. He's got a dog named Axel. He's only been iRacing 8 months. Having a mistake-free race so far. Here's David Stark. Once again in the New Balance Porsche. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. He's got an Australian Shepherd named Remy. Your race leader with 2 minutes and 30 to go is Josh Bloom. He's got a 12-second lead over Michael O'Dell. So Josh Bloom having a great run. From Papillon, Nebraska. He's got a wife in his lab mix named Katie. Rocking the Fanatec Direct Drive Pro. Let's not forget Jason Phillips here in the white and black Texaco Abilene. As it says, from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We had a great conversation on the cool down lap with Jason Phillips. Here's Max Bauer in the chaos. This is 8th. Oh, we got John Daniels spinning around. Around he goes, no contact, but move everybody up a spot there. John Daniels, oh, he's going to kick himself after that one. Let's see if he can stay in front of Coffey and Albert Williams. As 1 minute 20 to go. Here's John Daniels. Oh, contact, but I don't think that affected him. That looked like it was on the left there. It definitely startled him. But here's where he lost it. Oh, is there more contact? Something. No, but he did leave room. But then his car has already started the pendulum effect. The Porsches do that lift-off oversteer with the engine in the back. What are we seeing, Aaron, with 40 seconds to go?
See Max Bauer, he's got a chance to get a couple spots here. The car directly in front of him is a lapper, so he's got Stark and the New Balance just in front of him, and Brandval not too far away. If these guys make a mistake or get mixed up, Bauer can get himself 2 extra points or 2 extra positions and get himself that much closer to the championship. But we got players sailing right now for Bloom. Bloom has put on a pretty good clinic. I think earlier he did show a bumper to Odell, but since then he's kind of kept pulling away. Coxon, had a good start of the race. He found himself down in 4th, so not too shabby after earlier incident with spinning out. Not sure how that had happened earlier. We were doing a lot of the starting at that part, but nice little run down here and seeing some familiar faces up in the front and some surprising new people as well.
And that's it. I see a checkered flag for Josh Bloom. There's our winner. Great job as we watch more cars come across the line. Michael Odell 2nd, Jason Phillips 3rd. I don't think Max Bauer's close enough to David Stark to make a move here. Let's see, last chance. David Stark goes really defense. Can he do it in the last lap? This is for 7th overall. 6th is, oh, he is. On the inside, Max Bauer sends it.
With the crossover.
Deep. And I don't know where they crossed the line.
Bauer took it.
Bauer by .058. As they crossed the line.
He set that up from 3 turns before that. You saw that go wide.
Yep.
Just shows the strategy to come into play with Max Bauer. He knows where he has a chance to make the cars. He has a slight contact here and didn't run him too far off. Took the racing line, kept most of his right sides on the dark asphalt, so he gave plenty of room.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised when coming out of Stowe there that Stark took such a defensive line. And that actually set him up to have a bad exit out of club, and Max Bauer was there to pounce.
John Daniels still holding up for the amateurs with this first overall win.
What a great run for John Daniels. I know he's going to be happy. Even with the spin with 2 laps to go, congratulations, John Daniels. You, sir, have won the amateur division.
Albert Williams, just as he does in the ovals, brings up for 2nd place. So strong running for Albert.
There's your overall results. Josh Bloom in the P1 does not show up but on the screen, but 2 through 19 does. Michael Odell 2nd, Jason Phillips 3rd, Brian Coxon 4th, Max Branwell P5, Max Bauer 6th, last year's champion, David Stark, John Daniels, Jesse Coffey, Albert Williams, Ian Bakaitis with the amateur podium, Travis Rowe, Dustin Reinsettle 13th, Justin Thaler 14th, Sam Hubbard 15th, Logan Frey 16th, Francis Faustino 17th, Nicholas Calguru 18th, Dan Gish 19th.
So we had a correction. John Daniels is actually a pro, so Albert Williams in his first showing with the GT4 is going
right.
to take the win. Ian Bakay is going to take second. Dustin Rhinestone is going to get a podium.
Awesome. Thank you for that. What a race. Aaron, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Hope you had a good time.
Oh yeah, we'll see you guys back out here. I'll be back out here Sunday for the Cup Series. We go back to racing.
That's right. The Oval Series Friday nights for the truck, Saturday for Xfinity, and Sunday for the Cup as the Oval Series goes to the Nashville Super Speedway. And the chase resumes. They're in the championship chase for all three Oval Series. And the GT4 Series is officially underway as race 1 wraps up from Silverstone International Circuit, midwest-motorsports.com, or scan the QR code. And we will see you next Tuesday right here. Hopefully we'll have some driver interviews. Aaron, thanks again for joining me. For Adam Sondag in the booth, I'm James J. reminding you to stay in your lane. Until then, see you next week.